Are you ready to dive into a real incident movie that occurred in 1985 when a wild black bear found a shipment of cocaine discarded by a smuggler and overdosed on cocaine? Let's go. The movie opens in the year 1985. A drug dealer named Andrew C. Thornton II is in a plane, and there is some technical issue in the aircraft. Unintentionally, he drops a shipment of cocaine from his plane into the jungle and attempts to parachute out with a drug-filled duffel bag, but when he jumps out of the aircraft, his head collides with the doorframe. He knocks himself unconscious on the doorframe, causing him to fall to his death. His lifeless body lands in a place called Knoxville, Tennessee, where Bob, a local detective, identifies him. Bob concludes that the cocaine is likely from St. Louis drug kingpin Sid White, and the remainder is missing. Meanwhile, in the Chattahoochee-Oconee National Forest, a couple, Esla and Olaf, are hiking. They are clicking some photos. Esla and Olaf then hike further away, seeing an American black bear nearby. Olaf takes his camera out to shoot some pictures of the bear. He notices that the bear is acting strange and is continuously banging his head on the tree. The couple finds that very strange. The bear then sees them, and he sprints toward them aggressively. When they suspect the danger, Elsa and Olaf start to run for their lives. But unfortunately, Olaf trips, and Elsa then stops to help him. The bear gets very close to them and jumps on Elsa, dragging her behind the bushes. The bear brutally kills Elsa and tears her arm off and throws it in front of Olaf. The scene cuts to the news about the incident of the drug dealer Andrew, and the Inspector Bob is investigating the case. It is revealed from an investigation that all of the coke belongs to a Colombian mafia owned by Sid. Andrew, who was also working for Sid. Bob tells another officer named Reba that he also wanted to arrest Sid, and through his investigation, he knows that Andrew has done with the drugs. He goes to the jungle to find the coke and leaves his dog with Reba at her home before leaving. Meanwhile, Sid orders David, his fixer, to go to the jungle and find his lost coke. The cocaine shipment is very important for Sid. He wants the coke back at any cost. David agrees to the job. Before leaving, Sid tells David that his younger son Eddie will also accompany him on the mission. In northeast Georgia, middle schooler Dee Dee lives with her mom, Sari, who works as a nurse. Sari tells her daughter that she is planning to go on a picnic with her new boyfriend. Dee Dee does not like this and feels sad about that. David then meets up with Eddie, who gets very emotional while telling David about the death of his wife. Eddie has grown depressed following the death of his wife and has abandoned his son. David also feels sorry for him. David watches the news and learns about the coke and asks Eddie to get ready to go. The next day, Dee Dee and her friend Henry and they both make a plan to skip school and go to the jungle to watch the waterfall. Dee Dee skips school with her best friend Henry to paint a picture of the falls in the forest. Sari then gets a call from Dee Dee's school informing her about Dee Dee's absence. Sari then checks Dee Dee's closet and finds a map. The location of the waterfall is marked on the map. Sari then leaves to go to the waterfall to find the kids. In the jungle, on the trails to the falls, Dee Dee and Henry find a lost brick of coke, and they sit down to eat food. Henry tries to act cool and tells Dee Dee that he has eaten coke before, so they decide to eat it. They both take the cocaine, and instead of snorting it from their nose, they ingest it. The taste of coke is disgusting, so they drop the idea. They stand up and are about to leave when they find so many packages of coke present there. Suddenly, the bear shows up there, and they see that the bear's mouth is full of coke. The bear screams at them, and they both start running. Sari also reaches the jungle and asks the ranger to help her find the lost kids in the wilderness. Sari ventures into the forest to search for the kids with park ranger Liz and Peter, a wildlife activist. Sari, Peter, and Liz move toward the waterfall. On the other hand, David and Eddie arrive at the forest station in the ranger officer's absence. David goes into the office to use the toilet. In the bathroom, David fights with the Duchamp gang, 3 delinquents who cause trouble in the forest. The gang tries to steal the money from David, but David beats them, and then he calls Eddie. Eddie finds a package of cocaine in possession of those boys and asks them about the package. The boys tell them that they found the package in the jungle. David asks that boy to take them to the wilderness where they found that package. One of the members, Stashi, takes David and Eddie to recover some of the cocaine he stashed in a gazebo. Sari, Peter, and Liz find Henry clinging to a tree, hiding from the bear. Sari sees Henry on a tree and questions Henry about her daughter. Henry tells them that a bear in the jungle accidentally ate cocaine. Now the bear is very aggressive and is attacking everyone. She again asks him about Dee Dee. Henry tells her that she is also alive. When the bear attacked, she ran further away into the jungle instead of climbing. They hear the voice of the bear and get scared. The bear arrives there and attacks them. Bear drags Peter and Liz starts to shoot at the bear. The bear leaves Peter and sends Peter stumbling through a pile of cocaine. Cocaine gets all over him, his mouth and his clothes. The bear then attacks Liz and slashes her, leading to her hip getting injured. Liz again shoots and runs to call for help. Peter climbs a tree to get away from the bear. Henry tells Peter that bears can also climb the tree, and he has no idea why he is on the tree. The bear then climbs the tree and gets very close to Henry, but suddenly, the bear smells cocaine from Peter's clothes. The bear leaves Henry and climbs the tree on which Peter is present. Attracted to a cocaine-coated Peter, the bear kills him. Ignoring Henry, Henry climbs down from the tree when the bear is killing Peter, and he and Sari run away from there. The bear first kills Peter and then licks the cocaine from his shirt. Sari and Henry flee deeper into the forest to find Dee Dee. Liz enters the office and meets two other members of Duchamp's gang, Harry and Tom. She then calls for help and loads her gun. They hear a knock on the door. She asks Tom to open the door, but he is scared and does not want to. She points the gun at him and asks him to open the door. Tom unwillingly opens the door, and they see that the bear is the one knocking on the door. Liz tries to shoot the bear. However, she misses her aim and shoots Tom. Tom dies from this. The bear runs away because of the gunfire. Liz then hears some noise coming from the roof of the office. The bear breaks the window and puts his arm through and kills Harry. On the other hand, Sari and Henry see some paint on the way. Sari and Henry discover that Dee Dee left a paint trail so someone can find her, and they use the path to track her. Because of Liz's call, an ambulance comes there with two paramedics named Beth and Tom. When they open the door of the office, they find dead bodies. They get terrified, and they find that Liz is alive upon searching some more. The nurse goes to check on Liz, and Liz informs her that the bear is still there. The bear then comes out and attacks Tom. Tom hit the bear with a cocaine bag. Bear sees that cocaine bag, and as he is addicted to cocaine, he leaves Tom, goes to the bag, and he snorts cocaine. Tom and Beth pick Liz up, get her in the ambulance, and leave with Liz in the ambulance. But after snorting the cocaine, the bear gets more aggressive and the bear chases the ambulance. Liz tries to shoot the bear, but she misses all of her shots. The bear then jumps and gets into the ambulance. Liz falls out of the ambulance and dies. The bear injures Tom and Beth, causing panic. So she crashes the ambulance into the tree. The bear's attack results in the deaths of Liz and both paramedics. Bob is resting in the jungle when he sees a bag of coke. He climbs up a tree and takes that bag. David, Eddie, and Stashi also come there, and the boy tells David that they found the bag there. David looks for the bag but does not find it and decides to kill Stashi. He points the gun toward him, but Eddie shields him and asks David not to shoot him. Eddie saves the boy's life. Bob then shows up and points his gun toward David. David tries to shoot Bob, but he avoids the shot, and then he shoots David's hands, which dismembers his fingers. Eddie then picks up David's fingers and puts them in his pockets. The bear comes, but is still high, so he does not attack them but lays down on Eddie and sleeps. Everyone feels sad for Eddie. On the other hand, Sari meets a mourning Olaf, who is still very sad of his wife's death. Sari asks Olaf about Dee Dee, and he tells her she ran toward the cave. David comes to check on the bear to see if he is dead or alive, but accidentally drops a package of cocaine. The bear smells that package and wakes up. The bear eats the whole package of cocaine, which gets him super high. Everyone present there gets shocked by seeing the bear eating the cocaine. The bear then grabs Eddie in his clutches, but Bob throws some cocaine and the bear approaches him for the cocaine. Bob throws a package far away and the bear goes away chasing it. Suddenly, Bob gets fatally shot. Eddie, David, and Stashi run away, but Bob leaves the bag of cocaine full of cocaine. After some time, David and Eddie meet Sid in the jungle. Sid tells them he is the one who shot Bob. Eddie then tells Sid about the bear, who is addicted to cocaine, and he is very aggressive. Sid does not care about that and tells them he only wants his cocaine back. He reveals that he is under pressure from his superiors to retrieve the cocaine. David, Eddie, and Sid then go back toward Bob, who is significantly injured, and asks him about the bag. Reba also comes there, and it's revealed that Reba was working for Sid. Bob, after realizing this, gets very angry. Sid asks about the bag of cocaine again, but Bob tells him that the bear took the bag, and then Bob dies. On the other hand, Sari, Olaf, and Henry are near the cave. Olaf gives his gun to Sari and leaves, and is killed by the bear. The bear also comes into the cave with a full bag of cocaine. Sari and Henry go into the cave, and they see that 2 tiny bear cubs are present there. The cubs are also using cocaine and getting high. They move further, and they also find Dee. They also get thrilled. By then, they hear the noise of the bear approaching. They decide to move further away in the cave. They reach the waterfall and hide there from the bear. After some time, Sid, Eddie, David, and Reba enter the cave, and they all see that tiny cubs are getting high by using cocaine. Sid gets very angry after seeing that tiny cubs are wasting his cocaine, so he kills them. Reba stops him, but he does not listen. Reba leaves the cave because she does not want to see Sid killing cubs in front of her. The cubs then run from there. Then, Eddie, Sid, and David go further into the cave, and Sid sees the cocaine bag hanging near the waterfall. He goes there and finds Sari and the kids. He also wants to kill them, but Eddie stops him. He then sees that he will kill everyone if he does not get all of his drugs. Upon finding a chance, Sari, Henry, and Dee jump into the water below to safety. The bear then sees Sid and he wants to save his kids, so he screams and jumps into the cave. Eddie and David, who have chosen to quit the drug business altogether, jump into the waterfall. However, Sid refuses to leave the bag of cocaine found in the cave. Sid gets greedy and shoots and wounds the bear. The bullet causes the bear to lose consciousness. Sid gets very happy. He thinks that he has killed the bear. Excitedly, he shoots a package of cocaine, which causes the cocaine to mix with the air. The bear smells cocaine and gains consciousness, and at this time, he is more aggressive. The bear jumps and attacks Sid, and then he starts to attack Sid. Sid gets disemboweled by the bear and the cubs. Eddie notices that David is significantly injured, so he asks for help. Sari, a professional nurse, comes to help him and saves David's life. After a few hours, Sari and the kids leave the jungle safe and sound. Reba then hands Bob's dog to Eddie, and Eddie and David leave. Dee then tells Sari that now she wants to go on a vacation with her mom and her new boyfriend, and they also leave. After some days, we see the bear still playing with his cubs, and someone is taking pictures of them. The bear and the cubs see the photographer and they get angry. In the post-credit scene, we see Stashi, who has hitchhiked to New York with a duffel bag of cocaine, while Eddie, accompanied by David, reunites with his son. Subscribe so you don't miss out on all the good movies you don't want to skip, and click the bell icon to get a notification whenever we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next movie.